I'm here with Tom Homan. We've just landed in Arizona. We're headed to the border. We're going to talk to the guys and find out what's going on for real.
We're 47 days out for inauguration. We're not waiting. Game on today.
What do you think we're going to see?
I think we're going to see exactly what this administration has done to the most secure border of my lifetime. And we're going to develop plans today to help these sheriffs make their community safer and secure the border once again.
These are some brave men and women down here working hard, so we're going to hear what they have to say.
Wow.
That's great.
I mean, that
Good.
that's okay. Honestly, can we just stop for just a second? You want to talk about the difference between the Kamala Harris campaign and the Donald Trump campaign? Just so clear. Harris pays all these people to show up for 5 minutes, and then you never hear from them again.
Mm-hmm.
The people, the celebrities that back Donald Trump are not only not paid, show up before and after the election, and are still actively involved in making sure that his agenda gets pushed through. It's great to see.
Yeah, it is.
That's wild.
I don't know that I've ever seen this active a transition team.
Exactly. I love it.
He's already getting things done. And there's people who don't like that because now we have a two-headed presidency. Do we? Actually, we've got one who barely has a head, or at least a brain in his head, and the other one who is actually has a plan to fix the problems that we're facing right now, to bring peace to the world, to bring security to our nation. And he's moving forward on all that stuff so that he can hit the ground running on January 20th. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Speaking of the border situation, the Department of Government Efficiency underscored this week the staggering cost of the Biden administration's immigration crisis, comparing the expense of it with other historic milestones and other historic projects. Now, based on the data collected by the Federation for American Immigration Reform, FAIR, the Planned Advisory Committee, headed by Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, reported that American taxpayers shelled out $150.7 billion last year alone to address the immigration crisis. Wow. They reached that amount by combining the total federal, state, and local expenses and then subtracting the tax contributions from illegal aliens. The organization estimated that the gross cost is $1,156 per year per taxpayer. In 2017, FAIR estimated the net cost of illegal immigration at approximately $116 billion. This means that in just 5 years, the cost of illegal immigration has increased by nearly $35 billion. This rapid increase is a consequence of the ongoing border crisis and a lack of effective immigration enforcement. The sections below further break down and explain these numbers at the federal, state, and local levels. Just amazing how many people have vowed on a local and state level not to help the administration in any way get a handle on this problem. But New York City taxpayers have already spent $6.4 billion to support the 200,000 migrants who have entered their city since the beginning of the crisis. That's just since December of 2022. Denver has expended $356 million to provide housing, food, and other services for illegals, and they're not going to participate, according to their mayor. Okay. I wonder how happy the citizens of Denver are going to be about that. The department attempted to put the total in context with other costs after adjusting everything for inflation. So they noted that World War I cost America in those couple of years, 2 or 3 years that we were involved in it, $334 billion. Well, we spent $150 billion on illegals last year alone. Oh my. The Apollo space program was $257 billion. Oh, no. The entirety of the Apollo space program. And again, these are adjusted for inflation. So these aren't the actual numbers, which would have been far, far smaller. Mm-hmm. The Manhattan Project. Get this. You know what that cost us? This is inflation adjusted again. $30 billion. Immigration cost us 5 times that last year alone.
Holy
5 times. 5 times more than the Manhattan Project. The Panama Canal cost $15.2 billion.
These are all inflation adjusted.
Yep. And the Hoover Dam cost $1 billion. That's unreal. As Elon pointed out, the scale of spending on illegal immigration boggles the mind. I mean, that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you talk about ways that Doge is going through and trying to figure out where to eliminate waste. I think we've mentioned this, how the federal government is spending $15 billion a year on buildings that basically sit empty.
Oh, yeah.
Because federal employees are still working from home. And Trump and his team are saying, that's going to stop. Well, not so fast, my friend, because it looks like Joe Biden is working with a federal employee union that will lock in work from home protocols
for years to come
until 2029.
Yeah. I mean, is that even legal? Can you do that?
Well, it's going to be a union contract because unions always.
That's going to be a fight.